Good morning, family. I'm Stephanie Wade. I'm Habasha, helping your brothers and sisters in Africa, as well as the Creole Realtors. How y'all doing this morning? Y'all, I'm having a wonderful and blessed day here in the Gambia. I'm still at Dayboy House for now, y'all, but my days is counting down until the next place. I'll be at an Airbnb. But anyway, y'all, I'm enjoying the birds here today. So I'm staying in the now as much as possible. If this is your first time coming to my channel, welcome to my channel. And if you're coming back, welcome back. I appreciate and love all of you guys. If you have not subscribed, please do. It's free, y'all. Yes, it is. But anyway, y'all, I hope y'all having a wonderful and blessed day, no matter where you are in the world. Heaven is not an earthly place, even though some places seem heavenly. So enjoy, y'all, wherever y'all are. Please don't just stay living in the future. Also live in your present and enjoy the beauty wherever you are. Making plans is good for where you're gonna be, your perfect place, or is there a perfect place? Only you can decide that. But y'all, I'm just listening to these birds and wishing that they say something while the camera is on. But that's how it is with birds, y'all. They not working on no cue. They just natural, y'all, doing their own thing. But anyway, y'all, you know, sometimes I do make videos according to my comments. And sometimes people take it as a negative. But y'all, I don't, because I ask people all the time to give me some subjects so I could talk on it. Because I have lots of stories, because that's what I do, y'all, and I'm a storyteller. And so sometimes it's hard to decide what to talk about that might be of some use to somebody else, you know, as well as being interesting. But yesterday, y'all, I saw something, or rather say heard something, that was disturbing, y'all. It was somebody using profanity on the phone. And somebody had recorded it, probably without their permission. And then the next person, being messy, put it on their show and talking about they gonna find out what's the rest of it. It's like, it's a choice being messy, y'all. It's a choice. And you know, I was thinking about our choices with longevity in life. Even down to my doing my intermittent fasting, whereas I start counting from when I wake up and take my first meal, breaking the fast, and I give myself 8 hours to 12 hours that I can eat, because it's a positive fast, y'all, not a negative. It's what you can do, not what you can't do. So if I'm gonna be close to where I live, 8 hours. And if I'm gonna have a long day, 12 hours. Because I might not even have the opportunity to eat much when I'm moving about doing errands. So anyway, y'all, after my 8 to 12 hours is done, and I eat what I like, but I do portion control. So if I want candy, of course, it's gonna be the little tiny candy bars, you know, the little small ones. I would eat half of a regular one. Yeah, half. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna break it in fourths. But I eat it early in the day. And then I drink lots of water all day to keep myself well hydrated, because it's Africa, y'all, and I sweat, sweat, sweat. But right now, it's a nice breeze under this mango tree. So I'm relaxing, y'all. I'm good. I'm not sweating at all. And I'm not even using my fan, even though I do have it around. But y'all, that intermittent fasting reset my body. My blood sugar this morning was like 88, y'all. And I don't really have a problem with 88, 90 something. So within normal limits, actually, that my blood sugar's been most of the time. When it's not within normal limits, it's because I had something late and within my 8 to 12 hour period, instead of having it more in the middle or in the beginning. And my body didn't have a chance to digest it yet. So it's still showing up as a snack. So I'm learning a lot on choices of food. But I try my best to buy the food that I like, so I will enjoy it. And as a diabetic, sometimes even when I cook it the way I want to, and I have what I want, sometimes I still can't taste it so good. So that's why I fix spicy or whatever, because my taste buds don't always work as I would like them to. And so yesterday, Abib said I was supposed to have a orange that was a local orange. So we got some local oranges for me. So y'all, when I tasted it last night, it was sweet. So it did at least register on my taste buds. So I have enough to keep eating them, and I'll try my best to keep doing it. It's supposed to cleanse your palate, so you can eat your food and taste your food. So hopefully so, y'all. Pray for me that it continues to taste sweet and that my other tastes will be there as well, so I can enjoy the food that I do eat. Because otherwise I eat so I don't get sick. And I do take my medication twice a day for diabetes as well as hypertension. And yes, I have my glucometer here. I keep it with me when I travel, as well as my blood pressure monitor. So they're both within normal limits. Y'all, I try to stay as calm as possible. And if somebody start talking to me without a filter or disrespectfully, y'all, even if they related to me, I have to block them. So y'all know, if y'all watching me, it wasn't y'all. Y'all, sometimes I try my best not to block somebody. But some people have no filters, y'all. Some people want to be permanent teenagers. Yeah, y'all, permanent teenagers. Even though they're in their 20s, almost 30. They'll want to talk. Meaning a whole page full of texting, trying to tell themselves to tear you off and insist that you read it. Y'all, I done waste my time, because once I put negative stuff in my head, it's hard to get it out. So I try my best not to put negativity in my mind, because it's a choice, y'all. I don't have to hear that. Or in that case, I don't have to see it. I just delete it. And then I say what I gotta say as short as possible, and make sure that nothing can be used against me. Because I'm telling y'all, in the YouTube street, no matter who it is, it seems like they are capable of turning around, doing a, what is that? Screenshot of all the texting that you did to them, just so they could call themselves exposing you on YouTube. Y'all, it is so junior high and high school to do stuff like that. That's crazy. I remember when I was in Texas, maybe last year or the year before, because, you know, the older you get, time flies. But I was talking to this young, aspiring YouTuber. And I thought she was such a nice person, y'all. We would talk for hours at a time on the phone because she started off as my subscriber. And then the next thing you know, she would be telling me, I'm taking notes, I'm taking notes. And I thought she was kidding, y'all. But the next thing you know, this young woman had made a video talking about what I talked to her and what I thought was off the record. I thought it was just a conversation between friends. And she didn't discuss nothing with me. She just released it and then say, oh, Miss Stephanie, I hope you don't get mad. But she'd already done it, y'all. And she even said, Miss Stephanie said, and when I was talking to Miss Stephanie, I said, you should use that as a subject when you doing it on the channel. And I said, you know what? Sometimes people don't get it, which is true. Some messages is not for everybody. And I didn't mean it in no negative way. But the way she said it, y'all, I'm sure half the people that was watching me stopped watching me because they thought she was talking about them. So many people take stuff personal, you know. I even saw a comment yesterday that somebody was murdered, y'all, murdered. And the person in the comment said, oh, how come you left without telling us goodbye? So everything is about that person that made that comment. The person that died had no control over being murdered. That's ridiculous for them to even say that in a comment. And to make the focus on them. That was just being plumb selfish. And I don't even know how people can put that kind of foolishness on the internet. But since people don't use their real faces, they use all these weird emojis and pictures and fake names. And so they have no shame when they be selfish like that and unkind. Because to try to take the attention away from somebody that's deceased and put it on yourself, it's just nonsense, y'all. Nonsense. But anyway, all I can say is I'm encouraging all of y'all to take good care of yourself. If you have to take your medicine, y'all, by all means, please do. You're grown, though. You do what you want. And if people out there in your life is toxic to you, y'all, it might hurt for a second, but block them. That way you can postpone interacting with them until you physically see them. Physically see them. And then you can just be as pleasant as you possibly can to them. And then if they still don't want to act right, want to be unfiltered, as they say, raw and unfiltered and disrespectful, you can keep it moving. That's just how life is, y'all. It's all about choices. But I wish you all to be happy. I wish you all to be healthy, physically and mentally. And you just don't know how fragile some people are, so please don't borrow trouble for anybody. Don't borrow trouble. And please don't be messy. Making all these crazy videos for likes and shares. Just is nonsense, y'all. I'd rather stay unmonetized for life rather than stooping to such base tactics. Yeah, that's not me, y'all. I'm not interested in none of that. I try to keep it real. Talk about stuff that could help somebody. And even if you're the person that's unfiltered, maybe you could check your own self. Even though I know you're grown, you do what you want, but some people are open to suggestions and think that maybe what I said wasn't right thing to say to this person. I didn't know this person was as fragile as they were, because I didn't know this person's history. Because most of us don't know most people's history. Even when they're in your family, we have all these family secrets and stuff. So people are walking on eggshells, y'all. What you think of as the least little thing that you call yourself just sharing with them couldn't be the straw that break the camel's back. And then for you to be saying, well, I don't know what's her problem. I don't know what his problem. I just told him such and such a thing. Sometimes you can just keep the such and such a thing to yourself, or tell somebody who wants to hear it. You know what they say? Birds of a feather flock together. So if you got any friends that like to talk like you, maybe that's the right person to vent to, instead of the person who potentially may be fragile, that you call yourself sharing some kind of news to them that they have no control over the outcome. Because sometimes it overwhelms people, make them feel hopeless and helpless when it's a problem that they cannot solve, because the problem has to do with somebody else that they love so dearly and that they cannot help. Because nobody can help you to change other than yourself, especially when you're grown, y'all. You know, us grown folks, we do what we want. It's about choices. And no matter how much somebody loves us, they can't love us to make a better decision. But it may be overwhelming for them, and they themselves may then be in need of some psychological help. You just never know what it makes somebody be like Humpty Dumpty, y'all. And sometimes you can't put Humpty Dumpty back together again. So that's all I'm saying is, if we all just be aware of what we say to people and try to be kind and treat people like we want to be treated. And for me, I'm like the woman in The Wiz. Don't nobody give me no bad news. I don't want to know. I don't watch regular TV on purpose. Even in the United States, I don't have regular TV. I have cable, internet, that's it. And I watch just what I feel like watching at the time, that's it. I know a little of the news only because it's on the internet, and I choose to click it on for a minute. And I find out what's happening, and then I let it go because it didn't affect me on a day-to-day basis. The only thing affect me on a day-to-day basis is something that's really personal to me. And you know, most things ain't that personal to me. Like a friend of mine, Clifford, used to say, if it ain't life-threatening, don't worry about it. And you know, baby, most things are not life-threatening. Whether you burn some rice or whatever other dish you're cooking, or whatever you do, you cannot undo it. Sometimes you have to say, sorry, oh, and mean it. And don't do it again. I'm telling you, life is good, but you have to be good to yourself. Make the best choices that you can for yourself, and hope that you didn't cause any harm to others by what you did or what you said. I try my best to just treat people like I want to be treated. And that's true. So anyway, y'all, I hope that something I said might have been helpful to you or somebody that you know. Share this video. Hopefully I get to go to Jambangeli today and check up on the well. They're working on digging it deeper, y'all, the local well. And I'll say thank you again to the people who donated to the Hibasia Food Forest through Hibasia Inc., a 501c3 organization, or through Cash App. We appreciate every dollar, every pound, or whatever other currency you choose to donate in. Because you can use PayPal, y'all, and it can convert any currency. Yes, it can. Whether you're in Japan or wherever you're at, Germany. Donate whatever you can, y'all. Your widow's mite helps us a lot. We are digging a well deeper. We building bricks so we can raise that fence and keep the cows out and put up the local gate. And then we're gonna do what? Plant more seeds. Plant more trees. Yes, we will. I love all of y'all. I thank you all. And remember, whatever you donate to Hibasia, it's a 501c3 organization. If you're in the U.S., I know it's tax deductible. So anyway, y'all, I love all of y'all. And like I said, $1, $2 equivalent U.S. dollars, or whatever the Most High puts on your spirit to give. I'm telling you, it'll really, really, really help us to go to the next level and help us to have food sustainability in the Gambia. And it will motivate people all over the world to start their own permaculture experience, even if it's in their own backyard, front porch, or whatever, container garden, whatever. Eat what you grow and grow what you eat. And until the next episode, y'all, what? Peace, peace, power to the people. And I'm out, y'all. Bye. Well, family, I decided to give y'all a bonus travel tip. And when you're traveling, please don't call yourself one to do the quote local experience and not pay for a private taxi. Y'all, whenever we travel from one place to another, our immune system gets stressed out. And I'm telling you, you're subject to catch whatever from other people that's traveling who don't have a choice. That's why they're using the system that they're using. It has nothing to do with them being local. It has to do with them traveling the way that they can afford to travel. And so it's no such thing as social distancing or anything. So with your depressed immune system, it's easy enough for you to catch common cold, flu, or any other illnesses that a person may be traveling with that's in that vehicle that's shared by you. It's much safer to practice the social distancing with your family or even yourself by just paying for the day trip. You can negotiate the price. I'm telling you, it's worth it. They can wait for you if you want them to. It'll cost you a little bit more, but for me, it's worth it. Because you can't make yourself well, but it's easy to expose yourself to other microorganisms that your immune system has not been tested for yet. Your body definitely gets depressed a lot from traveling. Even if you're traveling with children, same difference. Their immune systems are depressed, and it's easy enough for them to catch whatever from other people. When I'm in Galveston, believe you me, I'm born on the island. I'm not a tourist, but I don't catch the bus in Galveston. I have my own car, and I go where I gotta go, park my car, and then walk just the little area that I want to be in. That's how it is. And that's how it is worldwide. People do what they can. because they don't have a choice. So don't take a chance with your health by playing Russian roulette, trying to say that you're living like a local. It's not cool, y'all. It's not the best plan. But y'all grown, y'all do what y'all want. But when you have kids, it's sad to think that you're exposing your children to potential added microorganisms in enclosed places, because it's impossible to practice social distancing when you're in a bus or car that's designed for a certain amount of people, that's packed to capacity. But anyway, just the advice. Take the day trip. That's my advice. Use the private vehicle. Take the day trip. If you want to be dropped off, get that person's number so you can call them to come pick you up if you like them. If you don't like them, well then flag somebody else down to get a day trip back home. But once you find someone that you like, try to keep a hold of their name and make arrangements for them to take you around the whole time you're there so you can have an enjoyable trip. They'll help you with things like communication, if they're fluent in whatever language you speak, or one language you speak, that they speak well too, because they can help you with the translation in some places. Sometimes they'll help you with negotiations if they like you, like Abib does for me. But I'm telling you, y'all, that's my best advice. Take the day trip route. Doing all that other stuff is penny wise and pound foolish. Because if you have to end up going to the clinic to see a doctor and get some medication because you caught something while you was here, and then have to pray that you're okay to travel back home, I'm telling you, it's priceless to just try to avoid by practicing social distancing. Anyway, that's my 2 cents, okay? For free.